Coach, that was obvious tonight. You were putting young guys in early in the game. Do you feel like you have that interchangeable parts thing going this year?
Well, you know, I think it was a tale of two halves. I thought we did a really good job in the first. I think that we got kind of trapped in selling for threes, and I think we're capable of doing that. But in the second half, it dried up. You know, to answer your question, we've got to develop our bench. Those guys have got to play, and they got to be able to help us. And we will take every opportunity, especially early in games, to try to develop those guys and try to get them in. As the game goes on, obviously you want to go with guys that are more experienced, like in the second half. So we'll try to get those guys maybe a lot more minutes early than we will late to try to build our bench.
Coach, how about your guys playing? You mentioned it earlier in the preseason, very unselfish. You have a lot of scorers that can score from the outside and the inside, and that was evident tonight that they distributed the ball to each other.
Well, I thought the first half was kind of a clinic of sharing the ball and making the next pass and guys stepping up and making open shots. You know, in the second half of that one stretch, we shot, you know, like we were like 22% in the second half. And again, you know, this group's got to learn how to play at home. And a lot more distractions at home. We went down and at Sanford, we were so focused and executed for 40 minutes. So the thing that concerns me is that our missed shots led to some bad defensive play because you get down a little bit, you know, you have a wide open jump shot, you miss it. All of a sudden you're not as focused at the defensive end as that you have to be.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things, number 11, I think in particular, his dribble penetration was hurting you guys.
You know, they've got two very good players in the big kid and 11. And I thought in the first half we did a really good job on both. In the second half, I thought both those guys had their way with us. So, you know, it's a process with this group, and I think it's a process especially with our bench. That we've got to keep on growing it and getting those guys, you know, a little bit of minutes here and there. But like I said, you know, it was a tale of two halves. You know, first half everything went in, second half nothing went in. And you know, we've got to learn to be able to play through those kind of situations.
Through 2 games, are you satisfied with seeing some progress? With what are you satisfied?
No, I'm not satisfied at all. No, I'm just kidding.
With plenty of work to do.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at this time of the year, you know, I don't look at, you know, there's so many things that you've got to do better. I mean, we know what's coming. I mean, we have a home game on Friday night, then we're 6 out of 8 on the road. You know, you're going to Penn State, you're going to Akron, you're going to Buffalo, you're going to Toledo, you got 2 league. I mean, we've got to speed this process up. And to do that, you've got to play, you know, better basketball than what we played in that second half. And we'll be right after it tomorrow, you know, growing and working at it.